Hey guys, welcome back to the Bucket Think Tank. So, we have a special treat today, Robin and Batman Jason Todd. So, this is a continuation of another book, which was Robin and Batman, which was about Dick Grayson. And I liked that book. It was really fun. Um, so I was surprised, not and also not too surprised to see they made another one. I'm looking forward to the one about Tim, because it's me and Tim. But let's go into this. And I think what's interesting is this first page, this first little monologue, so to speak, tells us everything we need to know and should be a bit concerned about going into this book. Revenge. I finally get revenge. I finally get to fight back. I finally get to hurt someone else. All my life, I've been the one getting hit. I've been the one getting hurt. But I'm done hiding. I'm done being scared. Now I'll make them scared. They'll be the ones running and hiding. And no matter where they hide, I will find them. I'll never be scared again. I'll never get hurt again. Nothing can stop me now. No one can hold me back. I am a weapon. So yeah, this is how it starts off. We should be a slightly bit concerned about what is going on here. But overall, I think this sums up exactly sort of where we're going here. And we should be a bit apprehensive. But anyway, this is Bruce and Jason. They're sort of real early days as Batman and Robin. And what we should note is they're chasing down a gang. The leader is a villain called Cuckoo. So, yeah, he's not that big a deal. But Jason is gung ho, ready to prove himself. Batman's like, hold on, Robin. Let me get there. You know, Batman is trying to really sort of give Jason like enough, trying to give him enough wiggle room to sort of be on his own, but still like, hey, I want to be right there. I want to be with you, you know. But as we all know, Jason is the most gung ho of all the Robins. So he goes in, he apprehends Cuckoo. Cuckoo is not a major threat. He's not one of these, oh, this was a villain that turned Gotham City on his head. Like, no, he's a crime boss with a suit and a stupid gimmick. So as Jason engages him, he loses track of him, and it all just starts to really fall apart there. Like the henchmen even mouth off to Jason after they've been apprehended. Jason kicks them, and he's like, "That's enough." Or is this getting the Batmobile now? And what's I think is also funny is as he gets in the car, uh, one of the thugs, sort of mouths off to Bruce or Batman, and Batman just punches him like, you know what? Yeah, no one's here to talk to you. I like that opening. I really do. It shows, that Jason is ready. He's eager. He may be a bit too eager. And Batman, Bruce is trying to really sort of rein him in, trying to like, okay, I'm going to guide you through this. Or I guide you to sort of use these skills the best way possible to achieve the most efficient way to go through this. I like it. I like it. Then we get, of course, to the Batcave and sort of a breakdown of exactly what happened. Jason isn't listening for the most part. He's like, hey, look, I had it. I was in control. And you know what? Yeah, I lost him, but we could have gotten him, but you decided we should pull back. And he starts mouthing off. And Alfred says, like, that's enough of that, young man. Like, as long as you're under this roof, you will speak to Master Bruce with the same respect he affords you. And that sort of makes sense. But Jason pushes back, saying, what is this to you two exactly? And he's posting like, I'm not your son, and you, old man, are not my grandfather. So he goes up like, I'm here to be a fighter. I'm here to make a real difference, and not for some after-school special crap. So unless you want to talk tactics, save it. And this is sort of where I think people get a bit divided, namely because they're trying to figure out what's going on. All right, Bruce wants to talk to him some more, but Alfred's like, no, he needs some time to cool down. And Bruce doesn't know what Jason needs, and it's like, maybe Jason, maybe taking him was a mistake. You know, Dick was Dick, but Jason and Alfred doesn't know what to say. And Bruce is like, this is usually the part where you say I'm wrong, and we're like, you reassure that I'm doing the right thing. And Alfred is, I don't know. And I think the problem is that where with Dick, Bruce was stopping him from going into the darkness. or from spiraling out of where he was at the time. Jason's already spiraled. He's already in the dark. So is this where he needs to be? Is this the best place for him? Um, Alfred's just maybe we should send him somewhere else, but Bruce like, no, I think he needs to be here. Then we see sort of Jason's nightmares, you know, his the death of his dad at the hands of Two Face, his mom overdosing. This is Jason's life. This is Jason's childhood. Like Bruce found him stealing the wheels off the Batmobile. So yeah, he's got some demons. Also, he's ridiculously short. This, but it's Robin, so it works out. But you do sort of get it. And when Jason wakes up, he's even ready. He even starts punching in his sleep as he comes up. Bruce catches him like, hey, easy there. I was gonna let you sleep, but one of my informants picked up, and like they found Cuckoo, so I figured you wanted another shot. Now let's go. And so the understanding here is like, you know what? This time we're gonna do this together. Jay's like, yeah, I know. And what happens is you'll follow my lead. I take point. You support when you can, and keep an eye on surroundings. There we go. And we sort of see this sort of tense relationship even there. Like Bruce is trying. He really is trying, but he's not sure how to deal with him. And so Cuckoo comes out of the bar and just getting drunk, and he goes after him and he's like, look, he's drunk. I got this. Like, fine, fine. He's inebriated. Be careful. And Bruce points out, look, our first role is to de-escalate. All right. As fun as it is to beat him up, our first job is to try to get them in the cuffs and take him away as with as little damage as possible. And just also be careful. Just like I got this, I'm fine. And yeah, it not fine at all. And Bruce responds like, "What did you do? What did you do, Jason?" He's like, "I didn't do anything." And he points up to this gentleman here. Like, Gotham's time is running out, Batman. You've been too lenient, too weak. The animals are running wild, and the wrath is here to put them down. And that's how the comic ends. I would make one actual change to this entire issue to really cement it. I would get rid of the line, I finally get to hurt someone else, and save that for either the end of this issue or the end of this whole run together. I think for the most part, it is fine. So, Jason here is set up to just okay, he shouldn't be here. That is the general premise that we get here. And I think it is a bit unfair to sort of start him off that way with the idea that he just wants to hurt people. I think is also not a good way to start off because we're sort of putting the cart before the horse here. The idea that Jason's going to fail. We know where Jason's story ends up. All right. And to be fair, later stories post Jason's death and well, yeah, post Jason's death and revival have always sort of geared to the fact he's always been Red Hood. Like, he's always been that one Robin who's totally all right with using beyond excessive force. In the Under the Red Hood movie, and I think even the comic, when he and Batman are apprehending criminals, Jason shatters a man's clavicle, uh, which was unnecessary. Um, and I think this story here is doing the same thing. It reminds me almost a bit of Frank Miller's um, Dark Knight: The Last Crusade, which was nothing short of disappointing. I think what I like about this is we're seeing inside Jason's head what he goes through, the trauma, where he's from, effectively. Like, yeah, you don't just want to steal the tires off the Batmobile. No, you something's got to be going on here. We've already known Jason did not come from the best of environments. Out of all the Robins, he is the one that has struggled the most to adjust to a new kind of life. And maybe Alfred's right that he doesn't need to be here. He doesn't need to be in the Batcave. He doesn't need to learn how to do this. What he needs is a family. He needs somewhere to go. He needs Leslie Tompkins. Like if Bruce could have left the kids with anyone, it should have been Leslie Tompkins or Jim Gordon even, but Jim's not taking another kid. I think that would have been interesting. This one here is sort of showing the fact that early days Jason still had these problems. And is that fair? I think yes and no. I think what I would have done was get rid of the line I want to hurt. I finally get to hurt people. Because this is now becoming personal. Jason's mad at the world. He's mad at his environment. He's mad at people like Two-Face. He's mad at people like Cuckoo. He's mad at all these people, mad at all these thugs and criminals, and he wants to hurt them. Now, Bruce, it can obviously say he's not that much better. Dick and Jason sort of represent two sides of Batman. All right. It's the fact that, Dick Grayson's guy that believes in the light and believes in like helping people, and Jason is about, yeah, we can help some people, but the criminals, we're not here to help the criminals. We're not. All right. They are. And where Dick was about justice, like helping Dick get justice for his parents' murder. For Jason, it's too late. It's about vengeance. It's about revenge. It's about getting back at the world. And I'm not sure this is 100% a valid take for Jason as we know him, but only issue one. But I'm interested. I really am. I think I do want to see where this goes. So yeah, yeah, Jeff Lemire I think did a great job of getting that one line I would have changed or moved to the end because Jason does repeat it at the end of this first issue. I would have added the I finally get to hurt someone as if he's not quite ready to acknowledge that that's what this is for him. Anyway, what did you guys think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think's gonna happen with Jason? Did you want to see more of Cuckoo? I kind of did. I kind of did. I like to see more of these lesser villains who, like, they're not gonna turn Gotham City on its head, or we're not so different, you and I, Batman. No, this is just like I ain't shit. That's kind of it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you all later. This is Mark Thinking signing off. Thanks for watching. As always, may your fandom serve you well.